You can, this bike is fixed, the clutch is fixed. You can see the bike is in neutral. Put it in gear, pull the clutch in, and the clutch is disengaging and engaging like it should. The first step that I took to fix this clutch problem is I had to find the slave cylinder, because that's where the bleeder screw is. And the slave cylinder is located on the left side of the engine behind this cover. And this cover, I was surprised, is plastic. But you take these two bolts, one bolt here, one bolt at the bottom, take those out. There's a rubber grommet that this fits into, and you pull that out of the rubber grommet. And then you'll see the what looks like a brake caliper, but it's the slave cylinder for the clutch, and it looked like it was good condition, and it should be in good condition because the bike's only has 9,000 miles on it. It was just dirty, and then I took the slave cylinder off just to look at the piston area, and that looked okay. And And the lines look okay. The clutch lines on this bike are mostly flexible rubber, but in the middle section on the frame it turns into like a brake line on a car. It's steel. The next step is where all the action is. I had to remove this clutch master cylinder and brake lever, or not brake lever, clutch lever. It's all in one piece. You just remove two bolts on the fastener and it comes off the handlebar, but you also have to remove the banjo bolt for the clutch line. And then once you get that off, remove the reservoir cover, and that revealed just a complete mess. It was just filled with what looked like mud. I guess the brake fluid over what, 40 years turned to mud. And then after I got all the mud cleaned out the best I could, just using a screwdriver to spoon it out, and then I used brake cleaner fluid to clean it out. That still wasn't enough. There's two ports in this master cylinder. One is a replenishing port, one is the vent port. The vent port was plugged. That was really hard to get clean. So because of that, I had to remove all the guts out of this, the seals and the piston for the master cylinder, which just involved taking off this lever, and there's a snap ring that holds everything in place. I had trouble getting that snap ring off because I didn't have anything small enough to fit inside this body of this master cylinder. I have over 20 snap ring pliers, literally, and I didn't have one that made this job easy. But anyway, I got it off, pulled everything out. I didn't film that, but once I got everything taken out of here, I put this in a ultrasonic cleaner for, I ran it 2 cycles of 30 minutes each, so an hour, and I had it heated up to like 45-50 degrees Celsius. So even after all that, it wasn't clean, but I just happened to have some welder tip cleaners. I had the smallest one was small enough that I could push that gunk out of that vent port, and I got that clean. Once I got it clean, I put this all together, which I'll show you here. And once it was all together, I put it on the bike. And when you're doing something like this and you fill it back up with brake fluid, when you press the lever and let it go, you should see bubbles come up in the reservoir, and also you'll see brake fluid get pushed back out towards the cap here. And if you don't see that happening, something's wrong. So got that working right, and then I just went through your typical bleeding process of you know, constantly compressing this, letting it go, and then holding it, releasing the bleeder, tightening the bleeder back up, and repeating. But the problem, that took forever, so I ended up using a vacuum, Mighty Vac vacuum, to suck the brake fluid and air out of the line, suck all the old brake fluid and replenish it with new brake fluid. Got everything working, so everything works now, but the problem with it now is I think there's a leak coming out of the cap. I don't think I have these tight enough, but this eyeglass here, there's an eyeglass here on the cap that where you can see the level. It's cracked and it's leaking. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I may have to. I don't like what the aftermarket stuff they sell for this. I'm going to see if I can get this original one from Honda if it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. So that's just one of the things I need to do on my checklist. So anyway, after I did all that, it works except for the leaks. Got to take care of that, but for the time being, I don't know what's going to be on the agenda for the next video. I think I might do a car video. I have a the master brake cylinder reservoir replacement on that BMW that I've shown a couple of times in the channel. So anyway, thanks for watching.